I want you all to look around. This is one of the biggest drug treatment graduating class we've had. I want the rest of us to salute the graduates of our... My name is Denise McLaughlin-Bennet. I'm a Los Angeles Superior Court judge. I've been on the bench for almost 14 years now. I am the supervising judge here for the North Judicial District. Of all of the assignments that I have presided over, I think that the treatment court is my absolute favorite assignment. I saw a few of you as you were coming in, you were hugging one another, giving each other high fives. I have a sense that community has been developed as a result of your journey together. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's impressive. I've been in here before and the numbers were not quite like this before. They're close, but I want to applaud you because it is about what you did to get yourself on the right path. I hope, as does all your family and the people that are around you, that you are going to continue in the direction that you put yourself in. And just know that everybody here wishes you nothing but the best.
The purpose and the importance, probably twofold, is to change lives if we can. We realized a little while ago that if we just keep incarcerating those that commit crimes because of mental illness or because of the trauma they suffered as a result of serving our country or because of their addiction to drugs, that we weren't going to change the behavior. Prison was not going to change the behavior, and in many ways it would do nothing but make it worse.
I thank this program for helping me out too. I did it so I can get my kids back.
I'm standing because I brought myself, because I did this for myself, nobody else.
So this court, the purpose is to address the problem that leads to the conduct, with the belief that if you address the problem effectively, you'll change the conduct. And every time we get to graduation, like the one we had today, you get to see the finished product of the journey.
I was supposed to do about 16 years, 85. They offered me Delancey Street. I needed it. I've been to almost every drug program. Wasn't working. But everything that's happened is perfect. I'll never take any of this back because I'd never be the man that I am today, ever, without it.
Most that are in treatment court are here from 1 to 3 years. Some of them, it doesn't take long to get back on track. Some of them, it takes a little bit longer. But to see the finished product, to see the change, to hear so many people say, thank you, that you, with your help, I now recognize my son again. I recognize my daughter again. I have my family back. That's the importance.
I'd just like to say thank you to all of you for helping Brian get into that program. The first time my husband and I went and saw him, we saw such a change in just the body. We've always held the hope. The words I hear from my son's voice, the words that come from him are deep in, way deeper than they've ever been. I can tell how proud you are of his voice, and that means something. That means that this program is working.
So what I have witnessed in the time that I have presided in treatment court is the development of a community within a community. These people connect with one another. I think you heard one individual said, hey, I brought myself, but this is my family. And I've seen that. I've seen that enacted in those that come back just to say hello, those that come back to speak to future graduating classes.
Normally I invite a graduate of drug court to come back and speak. This time around, the judge asked me to speak. Why? Because June 13th is a special day for me, right? June 13th is not only the last day I ever spent in incarceration, but today is the day that I celebrate 16 years of recovery.
Hearing their stories about how they've continued to pass it forward by becoming counselors themselves, sponsors themselves.
And I am this young lady's sponsor. And, you know, very strict rules on when they can talk and a lot going on, but she called me every time she was supposed to. And Everything I asked her to do, she did without question. She has come such a long way.
Helping others get jobs. The strength that I have witnessed as it relates to these individuals that have graduated from this court, it just speaks volumes.
But he's done so well. Why don't you tell us, are you working?
Yes, I'm about to go to work right now. My manager is like fully on board. She's like, no, it's your thing. Cool, and I was honest with her.
See how honesty pays off?
And they just love me.
Housing is a huge challenge that they face. Employment is another challenge. We work with those organizations that assist in developing skills so that these individuals can be gainfully employed.
Kim Bozar, thank you. My mom, sister, you. God bless everybody.
Well said. Thank you. The type of stability that someone who's fighting addiction or addressing their mental illness for the first time, recognizing the need for that structured, continued stability so that they can get on their feet to effectively realize employment, realize stable housing.
My wife right here, I was single and I did have custody of my daughter, but my wife stays sober. She's still sober today. She got her rights back as well. So if I didn't only help myself, I helped her, and hopefully she helped herself. You know, this little baby has nobody else but us. So.
His conviction for recovery and his passion for wanting to help others, his story was incredibly powerful and had the power to change lives. And I see him trying to do that today. You're welcome.
I didn't expect this at all. I don't even know what to say. Just thank you.
When I was in law school, in my young 20s, I met my father for the first time in federal prison for sustaining convictions for selling drugs. I guess it just did something profound for me. So when I preside in drug treatment court, I get this crazy idea that somehow I'm undoing some of the harm I believe he caused by selling drugs, because I'm dealing with the victims and helping to make them whole.
This is the end of many years of a nightmare, because not just the addict goes through it, the family goes through it too. Bless your heart. Bless all your hearts. You're doing great work, and I thank all of you for what you've done for Skylar. I can't even express my thoughts.
It's the ugly parts of your story that gave it power. Someone needs to hear the ugly parts. Someone needs to hear about your struggle. There's someone in the back that needs to hear that you struggled as hard as you did so that they can make it too. Embrace those ugly parts and move forward.
It doesn't hurt any of us to be more treatment-minded. We are, in my opinion, the greatest servants in the courtroom. There's no one that more is required of than the one that has the authority to make orders that will actually effectuate positive change. That means you're there to learn the individuals that are in front of you, learn what their background is, learn who they are as a person.
You can be anything that you want to be. You don't have to be a victim of your circumstances. You can be whatever you want to be. Your story's not written yet.
My heart is so full today. I want to thank all of you, and all of you that has gone through this hell. Keep going, man, keep going. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. So God bless you all.